So today I'm going to be doing my second products that I did not like type video, or like disappointing products, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're going to be talking about today. But before we get started, let's just talk about my makeup, like why I have so much glitter all over my face. I actually have glitter in my hair also. Can you guys see it? Does it look like dandruff? Oh my gosh, you guys, it kind of looks like dandruff from here. I hope it's like more sparkly in camera, like on the camera, versus like what I'm seeing on my viewfinder or my screen, because on my screen it straight up looks like dandruff, but I promise you it's hair glitter. It's actually from a brand called IGK. It's called the Pre-Party Hair Glitter. And I just filmed this really easy like Halloween tutorial. I really don't even know what I'm supposed to be, but I just went with it and I actually really like how it turned out. So I thought, what the heck, why not film another video while I still have on this really pretty makeup? So let's just go ahead and talk about products that were a huge disappointment to me for one reason or the other. Now, of course, before we get started, I do have to put a very boring but important disclaimer out there. And that is, just because a product or brand did not work out for me, that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with these products. I literally try so many products on a daily basis, and it's kind of obvious that I'm not gonna like everything. And I always do talk about products that I really love, but sometimes it's also good to talk about products that I don't like and tell you guys why I don't like them. So that's what we're gonna be doing today, and let's just get right into it, because I have this big ass bin and so many products in here. I don't know if I'm gonna get through everything, but I'm gonna try. So let's just get started. Two products from KKW. Well, actually, one of them is from KKW, the other one's from Kylie Cosmetics. You know, if you guys watch my videos on these products, that these were both so disappointing for me. So the first one is the KKW by Kylie Cosmetics Cream Liquid Lipstick Set, and this is what the set looks like. Now, I will link my video where I talked about this entire set in the description box below, but a lot of you guys, or not maybe you guys, but I did have a lot of like new followers come in through that video, but a lot of people like accused me of making these lipsticks look bad, which I don't really know how I could manage to do that. You guys saw me try these out, and you guys saw for yourself how bad these looked on my lips, with the exception of this last shade, which I think is Kimmy. These three right here just did not work for me at all. They were way too light and just so unflattering on my skin tone. So these were a huge disappointment, and I do not recommend this set to you guys if you are closer to my skin tone or darker than my skin tone, unless you plan on using these with a lot of lip liner and really work hard to make these work. But overall, this was just a huge miss for me. Another product that was a huge miss, of course, is the KKW Contour Kit. Now, I do really love the contour stick, which is actually right here, and I have used this quite a few times because this actually blends into your skin so beautifully, and I really like the color of this contour stick. But overall, this set was just such a huge disappointment. How little of the product that you actually get, to the fact that the concealer or the highlight side completely just got stuck underneath my eyes, and it was like super glue. I do want to say that I'm not giving up on KKW as a brand altogether at all as of right now. I do really hope to try something amazing and revolutionary and so unique from the brand, because I actually really like Kim Kardashian, and her makeup is always so insanely beautiful. So I do have a lot of high hopes for the brand, but as of right now, with everything I've tried, it's just a big miss for me altogether. And these are the new Infallible Pro Glow Concealers, and I actually have two different shades right here. So this is shade 05 and this is shade 06. Now, the biggest thing with these Pro Glow concealers, by the way, you guys, you know that I love my Infallible Pro Glow foundation from L'Oreal. That is one of my favorite foundations of all time. So when I saw that they launched the concealers, I was so excited. They are very light on the skin, to the point where it almost just like disappears into nothing, and you keep on having to layer these, and still it's like very minimal coverage, to the point where once you blend it out, it's almost like you didn't even apply concealer to begin with. So it's super light on the skin, but not in a good way, because with the concealer, you do want a little bit extra coverage. These just disappear into nothing, which is such a huge letdown. The other thing that I noticed, and I think a lot of people will agree with me on this, is that when I actually use this underneath my eyes, I actually felt like a really weird burning sensation, or like a tingling feeling in my eyes, and my eyes actually started to water. So I've just come to the conclusion that these are not my favorite concealers. If you are looking for a very high quality drugstore concealer, I recommend the Maybelline Fit Me concealers. Those are amazing. but these were just a huge letdown. Okay, next up I have a product to show you guys that I actually really love, but it's not really the product that's the problem, it's more of the packaging. And I actually have 4 different containers or 4 different compacts to show you guys what I'm talking about, and all of them have the same exact issue. Now this is from Laura Mercier, and this is their Face Illuminator, and you guys can see it's so dirty, and that's because the actual highlighter inside, which is so beautiful first of all, but these are all broken because these highlights just don't stick to the actual compact. So like I said, there's nothing wrong with the actual product because the product itself is so beautiful. It's more of like the actual packaging. So I'll show you guys why that even happened because I can see it so clearly in one of these. So here's why the packaging is so terrible on these. So it just comes right off. And you guys see the actual like grid situation back here? Well, this grid does not stay in place with the grid on the compact. So what ends up happening is that because it's not staying in place and not glued down enough, it just comes right off. And this has happened to all of the ones that I own. I actually tried to fix one of these myself using alcohol, and you guys can see it's like fallen apart again. That is just so disappointing altogether, especially for a product from Laura Mercier, which is such a high-end brand. And when you're paying so much money for a product, you want a very sturdy product that's not just going to fall apart. And unfortunately, these definitely fall apart. So even though this is a great product, this is still a huge disappointment because of the actual packaging. Okay, you guys, with the next product, I honestly feel like there's like this big silicone sponge party, and the only person that's not invited to it is me, because I cannot get myself to love these silly silicone sponges. I think they're called a Silisponge, or that's like the first brand that started it. But basically this is supposed to be, let me just get this on my finger, but this is supposed to be this is a silicone sponge that is supposed to apply your makeup flawlessly all over your skin without actually soaking up any product like a traditional beauty sponge. Now, the problem that I always have with these silicone sponges, by the way, this is from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It's really pretty to look at. You can see there's like really pretty glitter in it, even though it's kind of dirty. But the whole idea with these silicone sponges is that you can apply your makeup all over your skin, but it doesn't soak up any product. But the problem is that anytime I use these silicone sponges, my makeup literally looks so cakey, and it just looks like it's always just sitting on the top layer of my skin, and I always have to use like a traditional sponge to really like just press it into my actual skin and kind of blend it in with my real skin, if that makes any sense. Whenever I use this, like I said, my skin just looks so cakey, and I am always like struggling to like blend this out. It's just always a hot mess. And I know a lot of you guys agree with me because I've gotten so many messages anytime I use these that you guys feel exactly the same way. But so many influencers like love these. I'm just like, what am I doing wrong? Because like, why is this just not working for me, but it's working for everyone else? I don't know, I just don't like these at all from any brand. Okay, next up I have 2 products that I really tried to love, and I really gave it a fair shot. I used so many different colors because the brand did send me all the different shades, and I used them multiple times. But I've come to the conclusion that I just don't like these at all. And this is from Smashbox, and this is called the Be Legendary Liquid Metal Lipsticks, and this is the Liquid Pigment Lipstick. So they come in like a few different finishes. So this is the metallic, and this is like the regular finish. The idea with these lip pigments is that it's supposed to be super pigmented, but feel like a gloss on the lips. So you know how liquid lipstick, like traditional liquid lipsticks, what I'm wearing on my lips right now, are very matte. Even if it has like a very metallic finish, they kind of just like glue to your lips, and they're very matte. These are more of like a glossy finish, and they're supposed to be like super comfortable on the lips, but still give you a punch of pigment and color. But the problem with these lip pigments is that they are just so crazy sticky. And I'm gonna show you guys, when I even open it, you can see kind of what I'm talking about. So when I open it, you can see, maybe if my camera focuses, that the product itself is just so like goopy and just like sticky that it's just so uncomfortable on the lips. It's like not even funny. And I actually used this exact shade the other day, and you guys know I wear Invisalign. I'm not wearing them right now, but I do wear Invisalign, and I had this on my lips, and oh my gosh, it was so embarrassing, guys. I was at an event, and this actually got all over my teeth, No one told me. I was talking to maybe 30 people at the event, like influencers, brand people, and oh my gosh, I had like lipstick all over my teeth and I was just so mortified. And also the other thing is, God forbid a hair kind of gets like this on your lips and then you go like this, you're literally going to drag the entire product all over your face. So these are just too sticky, too goopy. The colors are nice, but overall I just don't like them at all. Again, this is another product that so many influencers were obsessed with, but for me, these were just like, no. Especially after the Invisalign thing, hell no. Okay, next up I have another product that is all over Instagram. Like everyone on Instagram uses this, and the reason why they use it is because it's super catchy, super fun to look at, but when you actually use it, it does nothing for your lips. Now this is from a brand called KNC Beauty, and this is an all-natural collagen infused lip mask. And I have so many of these, and I've used like 3 of these, but you guys, these do absolutely nothing for your lips. So I'm actually gonna show you guys how it works, because I'm gonna actually open one up for you. Here is what the lip mask looks like. It's like a gel type mask, but for your lips. And this is supposed to condition your lips, hydrate your lips, plump your lips. Like I said, a few of these, and I've left it on my lips like this, and I felt so silly because you can't even move at all while this is on your lips. Otherwise, it just like literally falls right off. And this does nothing for your lips. Like this literally does nothing to your lips. Yeah, it feels like a little nice, I guess, but it's so uncomfortable to just have this sitting on your lips. You can't talk, you can't move. It's just, this is like one of those like super gimmicky internet products, and I just don't like this at all. If this was like a mask to use all over your face, that would be really cool, but just like on your lips, it does absolutely nothing at all. So these are just a huge pass for me altogether. All right, so I have 3 more products to share with you guys. I actually have a lot more in my bin, but I'm gonna save the rest for the next video because this video is going to be too long. But let's just go ahead and quickly breeze through the rest of the products that were a huge disappointment for me. And the first ones are these lipsticks from Becca Cosmetics. And these are called the Lush Lip Color Balm. And this is what the packaging looks like. The packaging is actually really pretty. It's like so unique. And I definitely don't have any lipstick like this in my collection. It's completely clear. You can actually see the tube right through it. And when you open it, it looks like this. Now the problem with these lipsticks is that even though they are really moisturizing and really pretty to look at, the color payoff is so minimal that you're better off actually using like a lip balm with like a little bit of a tint. Especially with a brand like Becca that is so high-end. Like you want like a nice color, right? When you use a product, maybe that's just me, but this is just like so light on the lips that it's almost like completely a waste to use it. So here's what they look like. I mean, right now it looks like there's a lot of color, but I promise you when you actually apply these on the lips, it's just like a really light wash of color. And for me, if I'm spending like $20, $30 on a lipstick, I want it to really show up, and these just don't. So for that reason, these are a huge disappointment. As pretty as they are, I just don't think that they're worth the money at all. Okay, next up I have the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Blush, and this is what the blush looks like. Now this product is actually really confusing and very weird to use on the skin, and I'll show you guys why. So if I hold it like this, there you go. So if I hold it like this, you can see like the really pretty like peachy pinky like color of this blush. But when I do this, it almost looks like a peachy gold highlight. And that's the problem with this product. Now if I use this just as a blush, it almost doesn't even show up. You just see like gold glitter. But if I apply this like up here on the high points of my face, it's almost too pink to use as a highlight. So I can't really use this as a blush. I can't really use this as a highlight. So for that reason, this was a really confusing, weird product that it was just such a huge disappointment for me. I really do like the color of this when I look at it in person, but when you actually go to use it, it doesn't show up. If you guys have this blush, can you please let me know how you make this work for your skin, especially if you guys are close to my skin tone, because for me, this was just like so confusing and so hard to use. Okay, last but not the least, you guys, this is actually really like sad for me to talk about because I love this packaging, like the outer packaging, the inner packaging, and this is such a luxurious brand. But this product, when I actually used it, was such a huge disappointment. And oh my gosh, you guys will see why this was such a huge disappointment, because this is so beautiful to look at. Now this is from Burberry, and this is their Fresh Glow highlighter in the shade Rose Gold. Like, how beautiful is the outer packaging? It is just so luxurious and high-end and so stunning. And when you look at the actual inside of the highlight, it's even prettier. Like, look at how stunning the design is. It's almost like a floral henna design. I know it's not henna at all, but it kind of looks like it, right? It's so pretty. But the thing with this highlight is that when you actually use this on the skin, it is so subtle, like so crazy subtle, that it barely shows up for my skin tone. I definitely like subtle highlights sometimes, but when you're spending like Burberry prices and when the packaging is like this pretty, I don't know, I just was expecting more. And when I used it, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I was so disappointed because I expected this to be like super like blinding, but it wasn't. It was just so natural. And if you just like layer this, you can definitely have like the color show up a lot more and like get like a stronger highlight, but then you'll run out of this product so quickly. So for that reason, this was also a huge disappointment. But I do have to say, the packaging on this is just beautiful and top notch. But for the actual product itself, this was a huge no-go for me as well. Alright guys, so that's it for my disappointing products. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I sometimes feel guilty doing this video, but I know that it's important to talk about products that don't work for me as well, because I do want to be honest with you guys, and I do want to, you know, save you some money, because a lot of you girls out there have similar tastes to me and like similar interests. So it's always really important for me to be completely honest with you guys. So I do hope that you all appreciate that. But that's it for today, you guys. Thank you again so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow me on all my social media, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!